Hello everybody. Hi. How are we doing? I am Sam and this is not your usually scheduled Chilliteracy stream. What you're looking at is the first screen of Roadwarden, which I have up. But yeah, before that, some preamble. Hi, hello, how are we all? I hope everybody is well. I did have stuff prepared for reading this evening. I mean, I did, past tense, still do, it's still prepared, I will do it at another time. But as I said on the Discord, I've got like a headache that's trying to get through, and also plans this evening got changed around, and I think various bits and pieces happened. It's all fine, but it just meant that I was going to be like, yeah, coming in a bit hot for the start of a stream, and so I just thought, you know what, we've not done a talking over the games for a while, so let's talk over a video game. Hello. It's a very headachy day, I guess. I mean, I can't speak for anyone else, but that is certainly how I'm feeling. Is the screen flashing something? I feel like I'm being pranked, like something on OBS just, yeah, why is that flickering? OBS. Is anyone else seeing that on stream, or is that just on my end? You saw it? Interesting. I wonder if it's that. I have a window. It might be. So yeah, talking more about self-consciously about the stream. Yeah, I think I might have got it. Yeah, because we've not done a talking over the games for a while, and so I've not actually used this scene for a while. I think I might have actually changed my laptop since we last did this. And so basically this isn't set up for this on this computer. No, there we go, it's done it again. Why? Harpress, hello, welcome in, just as I'm now trying to solve a tech problem. Yo, what is going on? Hello, welcome in, Raiders. Then you're being lefty today due to paralysis in your right hand. Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Hi everybody. You're here for apparently live troubleshooting, as I tried to figure out what is causing OBS to flicker, because I don't want that. I'm just gonna like turn things off until it goes away. What's going on? Is it game? Because okay, so the game is not flickering, so it's the OBS capture. Okay, I'm gonna do this just for a second, see if this solves it out. But hi, hello, welcome in. Turn it off and on again. Yeah, the problem is, the further we go with that means restarting OBS, which takes the stream down. We tried streaming Stardew once, but OBS was like, nope, yeah. See, from what you understand, OBS likes to throw random bugs at people for no apparent reason, just keep you on your toes. See, like, here's the thing. As it's impossible to be a streamer and not have some kind of, oh yeah, OBS is being OBS and causing problems. Like, I haven't paid a single penny to use this software, and I've been using it for, oh, good grief, nearly 10 years. Yeah. About 10 years, I think. Let's go with 9 years, nearly 10. And I've not paid a penny once to use it, so in terms of value for money, it's great. But yes, every now and then, somewhere between it and Windows and the game you're trying to play, things go awry, things go wrong. Okay, I'm gonna turn this audio down for you because it's quite loud for me, and that's got to be more so for you. Right. Okay, so that's, annoyingly, that's got rid of the flickering, which leads me to worry that it's the window capture. If I change it to that, I'll try this. See if this has resolved it. Let's give it a second. Tell you what. While we do that, I'm going to click through. Just had an anniversary patch, computer a few stories and bits of interface. No, it's still flickering. I saw that. Because the other problem is my attention is on the wrong screen. It's not because I've got a game capture enabled as well. The other thing that I don't want to do is go to a whole bunch of effort to figure this out, set this up, waste everybody's time, and then we get into it and realise, nah, not. Oh, there we go. It's like it's flicking back to an old frame or something. Why are you doing that? Because game capture doesn't capture it. I have tested this much and established it, and that's usually where window capture is fine. Yeah, still flickering. Okay, well, let's do the one that I don't like using. Display capture. And we want this one. Let's hope this doesn't flicker. Don't mind me. Oh, I saw that. It's still flickering. What? What the actual hell? Is this... I think that happened on the TOJ YouTube stream. It might be. That is what I've thought. Hold up. I'm going to see if it's... Okay, maybe we're not doing Roadwarden. Maybe. I'm just... Okay. We're talking over no games tonight. I'm going to try a different game. I'm going to try the other one that I thought we might do if that doesn't work. And I apologise, everyone, for this big old inconvenience. Right, come on, game capture. Maybe it's just Roadwarden. Oh, yeah. This is the other problem that I wanted to avoid. Tell you what. I'm going to... This is extremely scientific. Don't mind me. Second. Now... transform. Edit transform. Do. So how's everybody doing? Are we good? Right, so I noticed this isn't flickering, so I guess we're doing this, and we're not doing Roadwarden tonight, and I apologise to anyone who was excited for that. All on the wrong thing. Hi. This is... Whenever... I'm not going to speak to, like, other streamers, but whenever you hear, like, me talking about stream setup and stuff, what you're seeing is what I'm doing before a stream. This is the very important, very exciting job of making sure in advance that things are set up and lined up okay. Now we need to change the game category to... I'll tell you what it is in a second. Right. Okay. There. Oh, and I need the text and the boss. Yep, of course. Yep. Hang on. Where do I keep that? Where is that? Chat, where do I keep my text? There we go. There. Seamless. And, might I say, flawless. Right. Hello. Hi, everybody. Hello. Hi. How are you? Joey, are you getting in on this as well? Do you... Now you want to leave? We'll start the stream in a bit. Hi, Arian. Said I had a headache. Right. Yeah, goodbye, Joey. Hello. Hi. I hope everybody is having a better evening than I apparently am. So yeah, we were going to be doing Roadwarden. Oh, nice, Ambrose. Because I was going to be like, oh, I'm excited to see this. I don't know if I'll like it, but I'm interested in it. Great, we're not doing that. So yeah, Roadwarden I was going to be doing because I am interested in it, and I've had it on my hard drive, on my Steam library for a while. Sorry, this transformer's bothering me. That's a little better. Yeah, that's fine. That's good. That looks right. And the reason I wasn't entirely 100% certain whether I'd go through it on stream was because I quickly, before starting, looked up content warnings for it because there's nothing listed on Steam, and saw one thing that was like, ooh, this sounds like it might go a little bit hard and possibly not be one that everyone would enjoy watching. By all accounts, it is a very good game from people whose opinions I trust about very good games, but it sounds like some of the content gets quite real, which if you search for Roadwarden game content warnings, you'll probably see what I'm talking about. So that's where I thought, well, best to have a backup. Turns out we didn't even get that far. Not really, but you guess it could be worse. Yeah, I think I've seen the news you saying about things, what's wrong on the Discord. Is that you? No. I get, might not be. No, I think might be thinking of someone else. Sorry. But I'm sorry to hear. Regardless, that was you. Okay, then this is that another peek behind the curtain is a facet of the old stream brain kicking in and being like, wait, there's a couple of different people who have green text names in chat, and so while I'm not fully paying attention, which I try to pay attention, but sometimes it gets away from me, I sometimes am like, I conflate people, and I apologize for that because that's a me problem. But yes, I am sorry for that news and hope that it somehow turns out okay. Right. Where was I? Yeah, so this instead is 80 days because I had stuff prepared, and I actually, funnily enough, found an Anthony Trollope short story that I was going to do, and so you'll hear that at another time on my next stream, I guess. And so this is 80 days, which is by Inkle, I believe is the name of the studio. And it's a sort of choose your own text adventure about famous actual real life historical figure, Phileas Fogg. And I think it began as a mobile game because I've definitely played it in the past on my phone. And because back then it was very highly rated, and I was like, hey, this is a really great mobile game, you should play it. And I spent a lot of time playing this on my phone. And then I ended up picking it up on Steam because they made a Steam version of it. And yeah, they make cool stuff. Overboard, a reverse Agatha Christie style choose your own adventure, and Expelled, a sort of Enid Blyton. Oh yeah, Expelled came out recently, didn't it? Yes, I have that on my wish list too. But yeah, they're a cool UK studio. They make neat choose your own adventure games, and they have, I think they publish different versions of the software they use to make these. I think it's called Ink. But I think they have like a couple of different like tiers of what it can do. So some are just quite basic sort of twine. I say basic like twine. Twine's also apparently, you know, you can do some stuff with it. But yeah, sort of choose your own adventure kind of hypertext level here is some text, here are words in it that are highlighted, you click on them to go through, if that's the thing you want to do. Ray Tracer, thank you very much for the subscribing, for the resubscribe, for the 36 months. Hi, sorry, my head is frazzled this evening. You played around with ink before it never got super hard. Yeah, I've always meant to. Because of what it is, it's like, oh, great, you can kind of start making text adventure video games. Like, ooh, that's interesting to me. And I know, and in fact, Sean Morley, who ran the Wikipedia racing tournament the other week, he was at one point organizing, I think it's called like an ink jam or something, for basically encouraging his community to put their heads down, make a bunch of text adventures, and then play them on stream. And I don't think that ever materialized, but I was kind of interested to do something like that. So hey, maybe we can Billy T video game. I mean, that's the dream, right? You start making something like I'm never going to be able to do something like that earnestly, but if irony is introduced, I can spend a lot of time, effort, and energy on an ironic project. You've seen my output for The Longest Johns. There's an ounce of sincerity in that. So yeah, maybe that's how I finally do things. Right. But we have this enticing prompt in front of us, and a whole lot of talking. So should we see where the story takes us? London, 1872. I have entered into the service of a new gentleman. It would seem he is a gambling man. I'll fix the volume in a sec because that's probably quite loud. This has big 2D boy like World of Goo vibes. Yeah, I'll bring the volume down in a bit. No, I lied. All settings. Good. I think it's going to be one of those games that just we don't have settings. Right. How is that? Is that much more palatable? Is that too low? Has some low-key multiplayer features too. What? Much better? Good. Although it quietened it when I went to the settings. There we go. Now that it's come back up, how are we? Who watched the Around the World in 80 Days show with David Tennant? No. The main one that I am familiar with had a cartoon lion. And I think turned out to be a number of people's furry awakening. Bit too loud for you? Okay. We'll dial it in. Don't worry. We now know how to find these settings. So this is good. Right. How's that? You've seen the fairly good movie and the terrible movie with Steve Coogan and Jackie Chan. Yeah. Disney's Robin Hood was most people's furry awakening. It was the other one. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna... Let's just bury that in the background. There we go. Right. I mean, the game says click to begin, so we're gonna click to begin. I'm the more important one anyway. Well, kinda. Not, you know. London. It is now nighttime. Monsieur Phileas Fogg returned home early from the Reform Club. What? Has Phileas Fogg been hanging out with Big Nige? Big Nige and his pint down the pub? Do we need to find a third game? And in a newfangled steam carriage besides. I helped him down. Yeah, it's you know... Hang on, wait, yeah. Game set in the 18 thingy-bobs and steampunk. Are we going to run into Nikola Tesla? Can we tell him what hideous fate awaits his name? Reform is bad over here? Yes. Yeah, and it doesn't help people like me, a very simple brain, where you have Reform, bad, Remain, good. Remain was good because that was what, you know, it was Remain or Brexit, that hideous portmanteau that everyone took on and made the catchy slogan. And it's like, no, I wish to remain in Europe, actually. And then me, a few years later, the same people that opposed Remain are now calling themselves Reform, and I think I forgot basic maths. What does it say about you that all you could think with the name Tesla is those videos of music made on Tesla coils? I mean, that's fair. And Romaine is a lettuce, exactly. Not my favourite lettuce. Have one of their leaflets in the post today? It's in the bin? Yeah, that's just good kindling for later in the year, when it gets cold again. I helped him down, and the iron-lunged, steam-driven horses clattered away. "Passepartout," said he. "We are going around the world." We're pals. We're chums. You've not mentioned Billy Piper's husband's name. Oh, right, yeah, sorry. So, we won't mention him. They can't still be. That's got to have ended. She seemed like she got a decent head on her shoulders. Yeah, exactly, Emma. So I was going to say, like, wait, Chris Evans. I know people are, like, largely negative on American... No, Chris Pratt, sorry. No, Chris Evans. You know, one's cool. One seems like a decent guy, and the other one... You know, I don't know what he's like. But, yeah. There's that's her other husband. Yeah. Anyway, we shall... We're pals. As Passepartout, we'll be pals with Phileas Fogg, rather than, you know, just humble servant. "Around the world, monsieur?" I asked, utterly astonished. "We shall circumnavigate the globe within 80 days. He was quite calm as he proposed this wild scheme, not like my reading. "We leave for Paris on the H25 in an hour." But I've not... Yeah, you could have given me a heads up, boss. "But I have not prepared," I said, wretchedly, quickly trying to organize a list of necessary items in my mind. "Then do it now. Pack and altimeter and my evening jacket. There is not a moment to waste. You, Passepartout, now have funds. Your character is now steadfast." There we go, we got steadfast, hell yeah. "Quickly, Passepartout, collect our things and we will be off." Then I guess we pack. There was just a moment to seize anything further... Sorry, there was just a moment to seize anything further that I thought might be useful for our long trip. Oh, time's ticking? What? No, why would you... Okay, playing cards. Oh, we've got packing space, have we? European shipping timetable, that's going to be handy. Wax cylinder, or need to say package closed. Evening jacket. There you go. Oh, we did say packing altimeter as well. Fine. Oh, sucks. New routes discovered. Nice. Our completed Englishman's wardrobe should help us negotiate times of upper-class journeys. Great, so we can fly fancy. He did want the altimeter. Yeah, I know. Do not make me pack under time pressure. No, exactly. I have to start very early. Like, bruv, have you got a second suitcase? Maybe some hands? I don't... Right, off we go. Paris. Amphitrite? Amphitrite? Amphitrite Express? I don't know that word. 8 PM, Amphitrite Express to Paris, departing now. The guard's van has space for one suitcase, which will suffice. Travel, this looks like a bearable option. Erin, you start packing 2 days early and still realise a few minutes late after that you forgot something? Yeah, I make a list. I will, when the panic gets to... So, for me... Follow-up game. Yeah, so for me, the way it works is I'm leaving in 5 days. I'm leaving in 4 days. I'm leaving in 3 days. Okay, well, I am painfully aware of this. I am conscious of this, but it's too early for me to pack. I'm not going tomorrow, and I can't pack yet until I'm closer to the time because I need stuff that I can't... I can't pack, but I can't do anything else because all I can think about is that I'm going and I need to pack. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a list so I can kind of... And I'm realizing now this is what the process is. It's so I can mentally pack without the actual act of packing. So it basically is like a dry run, like a draft of packing. It's like, right, I'm not actually going to put stuff in a bag. I'm going to mentally go over everything that I need to take so that I can get it out of my head, because otherwise all I will be doing in my head is going over every single thing that I need to take, and then I forget something. Whereas, when I get within that window, I can then, like, pack on a list, then I have my list, and I also have time to look over that and be like, oh, yeah, no, phone charger, or toothbrush, or... I don't know, slippers. And that's kind of how I have to operate. Amphitrite seems to be a boat's name. It was a Greek goddess of the sea. Oh, all right. Amphitrite? Maybe then, if it's a Greek goddess. Amphitrite. Maybe. You pack by frantically throwing things in a bag about half an hour before you leave. Yeah, I couldn't be me. Well, it could, because I would do that. And so therefore I know that I will forget things and then I'll be stressed. So I have to, like, phantom pack early. What's in my luggage? Oh. The mechanical horses raced past Piccadilly Circus and Pall Mall faster than a team of thoroughbreds. Even so, the whistle of the 8:25 was blowing as we pulled up to Charing Cross Station. "No tickets," I exclaimed. Or do we just throw ourselves aboard? I think we're going to miss the train if we... we're rich. We'll deal with it on the way. We raced along the concourse and threw ourselves aboard as I bet this is the wrong train. As the second whistle shrieked its warning. We barely had time to take our seats before the guard rapped smartly on the compartment door. Get off the train. He held out a hand. "Tickets, please." Ooh. Which one do we want? Do not pronounce with an English-sounding I and E for yeah, true. Also, that was beatboxing that I just did, not rapping. I didn't particularly want to try and come up with a freestyle rap about paying for your train tickets. Notice the health bar? Yeah, there's combat in this. We'll get a gun and we'll have to shoot someone. ADHD waiting mode, you can't function because you know you have to do something. Yep. And I'm hoping that we can just get off this train before I have to worry about learning how to pronounce it based on the advice in chat. Let's just No, let's chat or bluff. Chat or bluff. What trait did it say we have? Take screenshot. Why would... No, that's weird. We can chat? Yeah, let's chat. Are we rich? Alas, monsieur, we were in a gaidari, I explained badly in my accent, giving him a beseeching look. We did not have time to buy tickets. You may purchase them from me, the guard was saying, though it is more expensive, I'm afraid. £55, please. Why did I get fit 85? That's £85. I guess. And we've got £4 grand, that's fine. Funnily enough, train ticket prices haven't changed much. That's... Wow, where are you going? In 2025, that you get from London to another bit of London. Exactly. I handed over the £85 and smiled a thin smile from one working man to another. The guard gave me our tickets and slid the compartment door shut behind him with a pneumatic hiss. Hiss. You don't have to do that, mate. The doors do it themselves. Your funds have gone down somewhat. I am at your service, Monsieur Fogg. Passepartout. Begin. We should probably chat about money, because am I being paid for this? This journey will be most expensive, monsieur. I'm not going to do the accent for this, because you don't want me doing that. £85 in 1872, that must be worth like 18 mansions. Yeah, when the economy gets that way, the people start paying in mansions. It's like 3 Ethereum. Indeed, but we can earn a little from buying and selling our possessions as we travel. We're trading now? But tell me, monsieur, what is the purpose of our journey? I have made a hefty wager, and I do not intend to lose. Very good, sir. I think I hear Joey at the door. Are we all unsettled because we don't know what... Therefore... So I clip from QI not long ago about how they made the sound effects of the slidey doors in Star Wars, apparently by sliding a piece of paper in and out of an envelope. Yeah, I can believe that. I mean, like, like... TV and film Foley stuff it's a fascinating subject. Hi, Jerry. And world. Like, it's always, like... You hear a sound and you see the thing that syncs up with it and go, oh yeah, that's what that sounds like, that's what that's always sounded like. And then you see how it's designed, it's like, wait, what? That... You hit some piano strings with a hammer and it sounded like that? Yeah. You held a, like, magnet and a microphone too close to a cathode ray tube TV and it sounded like that? Yup. Footsteps don't sound like footsteps on film. You've got to use boxing gloves on gravel. Foley art is probably... Yeah, basically, yes. London smog gave way to rolling hills and the pastures of the Kentish countryside, still untouched by the hand of technological advancement. Mr. Fogg read his paper while I packed our bags. I mean, we were rushed. Let's just check all our stuff. Monsieur Fogg read his paper whilst I repacked our bags, thrown together in haste and confusion. As afternoon turned inexorably to evening, as it always does, I discovered that my master was one of those gentlemen who broke their silence rarely, if at all. A guard rapped on our door. Yo, my name is the guard and I'm here to say we're serving dinner in the carriage down the train. We are about to submerge, he warned. Take some people a bit funny, so watch out. Let's be chill, we know about this. Trains regularly go underwater. Queek, you keep saying this. I'm It's a good bit. Submarine, exactly. Very good. I replied, as though submerging inside a 1,000-ton metal train was quite ordinary for me. If you feel claustrophobic, the guard replied, try running up and down the corridor. I always find the exercise helps. No, what you want to, you make fists with your toes. You take your shoes and socks off, you fists with your toes, curl them into the carpet. Goodbye, Joey. Going into your cube. Let's see what Joey has to say. Really? Okay. Anything else? You can okay. You came back? You will keep saying it. Fair. Same. Hi. Okay, you came back. You went into the cube. You had a meow. Now you come back. Joey, chat loves you. Chat loves the chat. With that, he closed the door. I pressed my face to the window glass. Hell yeah. Let's go. Boom. I pressed my face to the window glass as the fins above the... Damn. How are we saying this? Someone give me a comprehensive phonetic breakdown. Yeah, we'll do Lady Mephistopheles, of course. Ammonite, thank you. That's a Pokemon. Did the US star exactly once, and it's the only time in your life you've been claustrophobic. I've never been on it. I've done the ferry crossing. Well, I've gone over and back twice. Anthracite, thank you. Thanks, Llama. Also, that's okay. The amethyst. My character is now dependable. His wheels extended with a hydraulic hiss. Night fell, and we plunged past the end of the track into the freezing water of the English Channel. So the amphitrite. Llamas is amphitrite. Is that it? Am I saying that right? Am I getting it right? I'ma put down Dennis. I'll do that. Amphitrite. Is that not amphitrite? No, that... What? Not the long... Amphitrite? 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 Right. Taco. The Amphitrite ploughed through the water overnight and splashed up into the wider gauge French tracks at Calais as dawn broke. Oh, amphitheatre. Yeah, okay. See, this... Words are hard, and this is the other part of prepping for a Chilliteracy stream, is finding a word like this, Louisville. You know, that famous French monarch, Louis the 14th. Funny how long it took you into learning your English. Sorry. Funny how long it took you into learning English to actually hear when people put the accent on different syllables. If you don't have a language that does that, your ears just don't hear it. Yeah, and like, I'm just then telling me you've got to change the syllable the accent's on. I'm like, no, hang on, I have to. I need to rewire my brain for this. But yeah, a significant other part of prepping for a reading stream is coming across a word in a book and going, oh, wait, I've only ever read this and now I need to read it out loud. I can look at it in my head and go, yeah, I know roughly what that means from its context and component parts, but now I have to say it out loud, and there's at least 7 different ways I could read this. Is this CH ch, or is it k, or something else? And exactly, Joey. I know. Tell you what. Can I give you... Oh, you're capturing... Wait a second. I'm going to try and give you a special... Someone is going to guess what it is any second. Wow, that's big. Let's just, like, crop that in a little bit. Crop that in a little bit. Hehehehe. And there we go. Let's just put that over Lucy, because she's not here. There you go. Now it's worthwhile. Now everyone is happy. Right. Now this is content. The Amphitrite ploughed through the water overnight and splashed up onto wider gauge French tracks at Calais as dawn broke. Do you have a route in mind, monsieur? Or I began to consider what we might require for our journey. I mean, how... Just is it pretty much time for you to go to bed? Oh no. How do we want to... You know, Fog has just, like, kicked down the door, said to us, you, buying some stuff in a case, we're going around the world. Wow, Andy, wow. Fair. But might be good to finally consider some things. Yeah, but okay, hear me out. My argument is, he's done this to us. Like, well, consider some things. Oh, you mean the second one? Yeah, because I was going to say, like, I'm tempted to leave this one unsaid, because he's like, hey, you put stuff in the case. We're off on a journey, and like, wait, what? Yeah, we're going now. Okay, and he's made this bed, so he can figure it out. I'm gonna look out as best I can for us, but hey, Fog knows where we're going. He can take the wheel. So let's consider what we might require for our journey. Loose clothing for hot weather, and furs for cold, driving clothes for roads, and weatherproof gear for boats. Will we venture north or south? Yeah, knowing where we're going is better than planning to buy stuff. Not a horrible person, you promise? Yeah. We'll see. Will we venture north or south? I inquired, deep in thought. East, he replied with utter certainty. Even so, there are several routes to consider. Okay. Fast or safe? Chat's gonna go fastest, right? I know you. Gotta go fast? Yep. Let's go fast. No, I wouldn't expect anything less. But which is fastest? Around the world in 80 days, not around the world in 80 safe? Exactly. You can come again. I believe, said he, that is what we shall put to the test. Parbleu. I scarcely knew what to think. France? What is Pablo? We arrived at Paris, Gare du Nord, just after 1 o'clock. Automaton porters lifted our luggage and then our persons onto the platform with long, delicately filigreed iron arms. Ooh. Literally means by blue, it's just a minced oath. Ah. Oh, it's a sort of sacre bleu. we don't end up in prison or hospital, we might even be faster. Or consider that might be our destination. Paris, city of my heart. I was home, but not to stay. Some of our possessions could earn us well here. What? Why did we just... What? We didn't... Whoops. Okay, good. I clicked by accident. Let's... Yeah, man, let's just sell the altimeter, the wool shirts. Oh, right, so there's like set bonuses. Englishman's wardrobe. Great. Blimey. Okay, so we can just sell our clothes. Paris should not be the city, any one city of the heart. I don't know, I've never been. Early doors, maybe we should just go to the bank. Sell all our clothes, surely we don't need them. No. Bank, there we go. We must visit the bank, Monsieur Fogg declared. A robbery, monsieur? Hey, chat. Do you want to see where this one goes? Become bank robbers on the run? I mean, it makes for an interesting story. Okay. Certainly not, he replied firmly. Boo! Hang on, I have the emote for this. Do I have an animated version of that? I don't? Oh. I'm sure there's an animated, maybe it's a Discord only one. No fun allowed. No, let me rob a bank. Okay, I guess I'm booting up Payday. A robbery, monsieur? Certainly not, he replied firmly. But do you suppose I put my entire fortune into a carpet bag under your supervision? Yes, don't you trust me, monsieur? Of course. Okay, I regarded the bank as we entered, or the manager. Animated versions, Discord only. Yes. Be gay and or do crime as an option. The answer is always yes. Note taken. How is Cat in Cube? Is he? Yeah. Let's eyeball the manager. All right, we're tough. We're Jason Bourne. At some point, Fogg is gonna, he's gonna start talking to us, and we're gonna be like, hey, did you know that there's like 7 people in here I would have to fist fight on our way out, and there's a security guard over there, and the best place that I can find a gun is in the cab of that truck outside, and I'm very tough. I regarded the manager of the bank as we entered, a small man who greeted us with greedy enthusiasm. You wish to withdraw funds? We were told. I warn you, it may take some time. Ooh. We've got 80 days. What's a week? Should we just hang out in Paris? We're going around the world. Great. Let's go to Paris. Okay, for a week. $3,000 on Monday? Wednesday? Being criminals would be a great reason to be even faster. Well, true, yeah. Cannot afford even a single day. $1,000 by Thursday. Or... I mean, I feel like having a large pool of money is going to keep us moving. Lose a week and then... Might as well wait a week if we're waiting. Yeah, for me, partly, I sort of, I like the comedy. It's just we get to Paris and then just stop for a week. We require £5,000, I said. The manager drew a sharp breath. I will have to communicate with London first, of course, he apologised. I should have a reply in 5 working days. It seems, Monsieur Fogg remarked as we left, we have some time to dispose of. Return to the bank on Wednesday to collect your funds. All right. Well, I mean, what's 4 hours now? We can explore. Do we lose the game if we don't get the whole way in 80 days? So, there are... I think, because it's been many years since I played this, I feel like it's not so much a case of win or lose. It is more, you just kind of... Like, yeah, you have the goal set from the start around the world in 80 days. Thanks, Samus. Yeah, the goal from the start of get round the world in 80 days. But simply doing that is only one outcome, and there are plenty of other ways to do things and experience different encounters in this, so it's more just like making a story as you go. Yeah, let's actually make some travel plans. We had a few hours to spare, mate. We've got like many hours to spare. I asked Monsieur Fogg if I might enjoy my city before we had to leave. Indeed, and should you learn anything of note, be sure to relay it. I nodded and headed into town. The talk on the streets was of one thing only, an enormous, elegant oval stadium constructed upon the green fields of Champ de Mars, and containing the technological marvels, art, amusement parks, and milling crowds of the World's Fair of 1872. Going all the way around seems so inefficient, we should go straight through the middle. Yes. My city still wore the scars of last year's siege. I ventured inside, but I was certain Monsieur Fogg did not intend for me to visit fairs. Let's... You know, we've been away, and apparently there was a siege just last year, so let's contemplate that. My city still wore the scars of last year's siege, as did I. Paris and France had surrendered to the Prussian army after 4.5 months of grim, blood-soaked resistance in the Franco-Prussian War. Now this World's Fair was intended to reassure the country's citizens... Yeah, let's drill down on this. Let's go for some story. Now, this World's Fair was intended to reassure the country's citizens, and the world also, that the City of Light was still a great capital of the world. I did not doubt that... Oh, okay, comma. Did not doubt that. While I was still somewhat overawed as I entered, perhaps there was something to be learned from my master inside. I couldn't afford to lose it. Ah, we can absolutely afford a couple of hours at a fair. Did you? You're learning things. Yeah, surprise. Achievement. Visited the World's Fair in Paris. Perhaps there was something to be learned from my master inside, so I entered the grand illuminated pavilions of the exposition. Oh, we're going to meet Douglas. Oh, airship hangar. Ooh, so... Artificer was replacing an arc light, or I went west towards the airship hangar. Airship? Could do airship. Oh, the huge manatee. I went west towards the airship hangar, past a booth with a husband and wife pair selling panoramic hot air balloon rides to eager tourists. Oh, there we go. The hangar was crowded with airships. Yeah. So many airships. You're lousy with them, you're just giving them away, are you? The hangar was crowded with airships and flying vehicles of all shapes and sizes, attended by sharp-eyed crews from all over the world, and my eye was immediately caught by the African-made rigid metal balloon, the gilded Egyptian Ifrit-class airship, the metal-clad four-propeller Savakar, Atmotic, okay, I'm struggling, the bulky coal-gas-powered Ottoman Geek, the twin-bladed Peruvian Eurocopter. Chat. 2, 3. There's 5 whole choices, and I don't know how to pick. What would you like? You choose. Twin blade? Alright. Peruvian gyrocopter. Gilded airship. We do have 5 grand coming. But you like Savarkar Atmotic as a name? It's, yeah. It's the one that I stumbled over the most. Clad in metal and has 4 propellers. There was a smoking lounge on the Hindenburg. Yeah, there probably was by the end of it. Too soon? Metal works. Yeah. My eye was immediately caught by the metal-clad 4-propeller Savarkar Atmotic with its red and yellow painted hull. They use the power of the sun, you know, remarked the lady at the stand. Sounds rather like witchcraft. No, we're chill. We went in a train under the sea. We'll just be impressed by solar power, but not that impressed by solar power. No fuel at all. A little for takeoff and for emergencies. They have rainy seasons in India and they don't want their whole fleet grounded. Atmotics such as this sailed the skies of British India, near the Delhi home of their inventor, Amulya Savarkar. Perhaps one day soon Monsieur Fogg and I would find ourselves flying in such a craft. I returned to the exposition centre, my thoughts turning with clouds and engine rotors. Avenues sprawled in every direction between the inviting, illuminated pavilions of the exposition. An artificer was replacing an arc light. I decided, let's have a look at the arc light. Since we're here. The artificer was replacing an arc light which had burned out. She first disconnected the strange machine powering the lights. It had a spinning iron wheel which was wound around with a series of armature coils. What is that device, artificer? Or do we just politely watch? Yeah, let's just be mesmerized. Let's click that again. Can't go around the world via airship? Maybe not entirely, but I imagine this sets up a little bit of a plot thread that we can maybe pick up later. I merely watched, politely, not wanting to disturb her work. Artificers were a notoriously irritable breed. This is bleeding folly and waste, the artificer grumbled in a thick Yorkshire accent. These gram machines are finicky beasts. Gram machines? Well, it's oh, never mind. She waved my question away. It's a steam engine, all right, only it doesn't make steam. Will that do? I hate explaining this stuff to laymen. You got a deep voice? Ah, she has. What of it? You want to rumble? You want to go? You're starting. I retreated hastily, not at all in terror of her irate tone. The harshness of her tone was belied by her gentle touch. Go on. The harshness of her tone was belied by her gentle touch as she unscrewed the arc light's globe of enamelled glass and replaced the 2 carbon rods within. Exactly, love. She reconnected the supply of the 10 Yablachov. Yeah, that gets one taken. I think I nailed it. Candles connected in series lit, and the 10 Yablachov. Okay, candles connected in series lit up once more. They are miraculous. Will all streets be lit with electricity soon? That one. Because if they are miraculous, then she's going to be like, no, it's just science. Get out. Will all streets be lit with electricity soon? I asked. There are already a fair parcel of cities lit by electricity rather than gaslight. she retorted. London will probably be last, given old Queen Vicky's prejudice against the Artificers Guild. The Queen is against you? But Paris is modern. We still use gaslight. And she's like, no you don't. I'm like, what? Surely London is the capital of invention. No, the Queen's again. Yeah, what's the Queen got? You're just cautious, that's all, the Artificer replied, pocketing her screwdriver once more. Knows real power when she sees it. Oh, that's what... Sorry. Knows real power when she sees it, though. That's what I'd say. Angeline, thank you very much for the 21 months. I hope you're well. Thank you for pressing the button. She looked at her pocket watch, cursed and hurried off, dropping something as she went. Her phone number? Is she off in a hurry? No, hurry after her. I was like, maybe we can contact her later, but no, let's hurry after her to return it. London is gatekeep, Paris is gaslight, yep. And the Artificer is the girl boss. I hurried after her to return it, and she thanked me. My medallion! I'll need that to get my lunch from the canteen. Thank you. I bowed in return. Yeah, no, we're a hanger-on now. Should we see how awkward we can make this? You're very fond of this game? Nice. Yeah, I was saying earlier, I've played it more than I expected to years ago on my phone. Many years ago when it was a new phone game. And I had it in my Steam library for a while and sort of... Well, it's not what I was intending to play at the start of the stream, but technical problems have led us this way, and yeah, it's good. Stop that. You'll make me blush. Oh, here we go. Here's Shitehawk. How you doing, pal? You'll make me blush. She rubbed the coin thoughtfully. I was given this for my work in Istanbul, you know. I made a very special automaton. I think it works as a driver now on the route up from Izmir. I think that's right. Interesting. An automaton who can drive? Oh, no. Aye. They'll be driving cars in cities soon, into other cars, that is, and catching fire. And then people will be protesting outside the dealerships. And then the guy who, well, he says he makes them, but he doesn't really make them. He wouldn't know a car from a... Not a car, really. He's... No, I'm not very quick on my feet, and neither is he. He'll say that it's some kind of civil crime to protest against these cars. And, you know, he's going to start... If I'm too mean, it's terrorism. That's true. That's terror. Also, yeah, for those who've shown up, you may notice in the bottom left corner of your screen... live cat cam. There's Joey in cube. Let's just expand the view. Whoop. You can see all the fluff that he has discarded around the rim of the cube. That's all him. That's what he's like. There you go. There is your cat cam. An automaton who can drive. That is why people are here. I know. I could only shrug. No, of course. Is that so strange? I could only shrug. Who knows what is normal in this modern world? Second. Game's nearly 10 years old, folks. I looked about me once more. Crowds of tourists jostled and heaved past, their eyes wide with wonder. Now, are Artificers going to help us get around the world in 80 days? Or is the Avenue of Nations going to give us an idea about countries we can go through? Exactly, what a truly fascinating modern age we live in. And the next thing I've got is this automaton here, that what it does, right, is if you give it a story or you give it a picture to look at, what it does, right, is it does the thing that you've just given it back at you, but that's yours. You give it someone else's story or painting or picture, like, or song, and then it does that back, but you own it because you made that. You did, because your automaton, it made it because you asked it to make it. You said paint me a painting like that painting there, what you're holding, right, like that. You know, you made that painting there, you made that, and then it does that back in another painting, look like that one, but it's yours because it made it, because you told it to make it. Well, it exactly. It takes all the history of human knowledge and then give it back to you, but dumber. You give it like the you give it a book, you give it a text, like a story by someone, and what it does is it takes that story and it makes it worse, because it doesn't it can't really think about words and that, but it puts words in that, and then it's yours. You made it. If you try to make a Victorian robot but don't quite manage it, is it a near automaton? Yes, and people get, really weird about it because it's wearing a maid's outfit. Really weird. And they try to tell you it's like a really smart, clever game. That's like the story's only good after you've completed it like 9 or 10 times. I should write satire. The finesse of the social critique is exquisite. Thank you. I can't tell you're being sarcastic, I know. Oh. Wrong accent. Can I do Silicon Valley? I mean, I feel like I'm operating on about a Philomena Kunk level of... We're just saying the thing. Can I do Silicon Valley? No. Anyway. Let's think about... We're going around the world. Around the world. Let's look at nations. Because we're here for a week. I took a stroll down the Avenue of Nations, lined with buildings in the styles of the nations of the world, and realised that our journey of 80 days would actually be very quick, because we could just take pictures by all of the stalls here and tell everyone that we had been around the world. And manned by foreign delegates in national dress. Although the newly formed German Empire was a conspicuous absentee. Oh yeah, let's go into the politics, shall we? In the city it had so recently conquered. The Austro-Hungarian delegation was being harangued by an artificer. Yeah, okay. How is Franz Ferdinand these days? The Austro-Hungarian delegation was being harangued by an artificer who looks to me like a farm boy from Provence. The artificer was pointing at one of the soldiers guarding the doorway and shouting in terrible German, "Verboten! Verboten!" Sorry, terrible German. "Verboten! Verboten!" Philomena Kunk would be wondering why a guy who made crisps wanted to go around the world and talk about how he invented the passport. Right, yep, no, yes, okay. I had to work through it, but I got where you were going with that. How long would it take to get a visa for every country? Excruciatingly. Terrible German, but in French. Verboten? Verboten? I peered at the soldier. What is the matter here? Yeah, I'm just going to insert myself into this. Hi, what's up? What is the matter here? I asked the artificer, and he rounded on me. These Austro-Hungarians, he raged, in peasant accented French. How dare they? What do they dare? Franz Ferdinand apparently put out a new album in January. Is it as, to me, boring as the rest of their music? Peasant accent, as in the accent of a French peasant, not that the French accent is the accent of peasants. How does a French peasant speak? Awful. What do they dare? Oh, I see. You can tell Passepartout's Parisian. His accent's like, oh no, I'm gonna have to converse with the farm boy. You can name exactly one song of theirs. You're not the one to ask. No. So I know. I probably know more, but there's "Take Me Out," by the band Franz Ferdinand. And "Take Me Out" that everyone's like, oh, it's so good. Like, "Take Me Out" is decent for about 30 seconds, and then the song starts. "Take Me Out," I predict to riot this fire. Close enough, Amras. Close enough. Good job. Yeah, I know this fire from Cyberpunk. I predict to riot is by the Kaiser Chiefs, who are also pretty mid. In my opinion. Not... See, I thought you were doing a bit. Basically, yes, the same thing. Yeah, like, "Take Me Out" starts off good. And then it gets into the song, and it's dun 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 dun. It's, and like, once you hit that, it's like, where's all the energy you built up at the start? You were gonna like blast through something good here, and then you dun 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 dun. It's, yeah, I said what you know, you say you don't know, I said take me out. It's, I don't know, I found it really boring there that it still doesn't do anything for me now. But, you know, swings and roundabouts. If you like it, you like it, and that's fine. I'm not going to cast shade. Anyway. This is a great stream. I'm sure everyone's having fun. What do they dare? The artificer pointed. That! In his peasant French accent. The soldier by the stand moved, suddenly, with a mechanical judder, and I realized he was no man at all. Eowyn? But rather an automaton, with an enamel-painted uniform and pewter face. The artificer cursed. These Austro-Hungarians have brought their automata soldiers to Paris, even though the war machines are expressly forbidden by the guild. Who knows what dangers they might represent? I turned away hurriedly. The boy's accent was confusing and upsetting to me. My feet were tiring, and the hour was growing late. It's only 8:15, mate. I returned to Monsieur Fogg, who was eating a meal of plain boiled beef à l'anglaise. Fellow Brits in chat, sound off. How do you like your boiled beef? 'Cause, is he having a mug of Bovril? Is that what we're doing here? Is this, like, Inkler a British studio, so, you know, this isn't someone else having a go at us. This isn't like the Americans posting a picture of, like, tatties and mints and going, hey, well, British cuisine sucks, right? Am I right? Hey, Britain, your cuisine sucks. Your food's awful. You know, this is the cell phone by Motorola. How do you like your boiled beef in the morning? I like mine without salt. Yeah, no extra seasoning for me, thanks. Salt and pepper, blah, disgusting. Too spicy. Can't stand any of that foreign muck. It's just whack your beef in the kettle, give it 5 minutes, and away you go. A hearty meal sets you up for the rest of the day. Did you enjoy the exposition? My master inquired diffidently around his boiled beef. You can boil your beef in the microwave, but the doctors advise against it. So I've been out visiting an aged great-aunt, having preferred a hearty meal and an English... Yeah, okay, let's... There is so much derision in this sentence. A hearty meal and an English newspaper. He's been eating his boiled beef and reading the Daily Mail. Fellow Englishers who are boiling their beef. Yum yum, you know it. Tweeting pictures at Gordon Ramsay. Hey, rate my beef. Ah. 6 PM, the electricity production in England goes up because everyone boils their beef. Yep. Yeah, all the light bulbs dim a little bit because everyone's got the microwaves on for their boiled beef. Boiled beef and raw potato cutlets. Yeah, we gotta go with this. Having preferred a hearty meal and an English newspaper to all the wonders that the modern world had to offer. Yeah, I went out to the World's Fair and experienced the sights and sounds and textures of an entire world, like so many different nationalities that I couldn't even begin to name them all. And what did you have, sir? Boiled beef and the Daily Mail. Why, thank you. Did you enjoy the exposition? Nothing else could possibly impress me now. Least of all, that slab of damp grey meat you are chewing on. Will we travel by airship? We've learned about airships. I didn't enjoy the exposition. I find it a hackneyed storytelling method. There we go. I couldn't work it into it myself, but you got there, thank you. Will we travel by airship, do you suppose? I asked. I think it highly likely, he replied. They are expensive, but extremely fast. Well, good news, we're waiting here a week to get £5,000. I dreamed that night of mechanical wonders and automatons with beautifully enamelled faces, knowing little of the strange inventions and stranger peoples I would soon encounter on my journey around the world in 80 days. By Jules Verne. Your relationship with Fogg has strengthened slightly. Kiss. Plan? I mean, so... What? We know we can get to Vienna. Oh, is this leave now? I don't want to do that. So we have to wait. Until next Wednesday. Wandered over board beef, becoming better buds. Brilliant. We took a hotel for the night. We will be comfortable here, Monsieur Fogg remarked, but travelling overnight will often be more efficient. So we must board the longest journeys available. Yeah, sure. Can't see the screen because mobile data zero. Choosing to believe KISS was included in the on-screen text. Sadly, it wasn't, but, you know, if we can steer it that way, we're gonna. We will foster this romance. So we must board the longest journeys available. Perhaps, he replied, the short answer indicating, I think, that one-day journeys might often be more flexible... One-day journeys might often be more flexible in their timing and could allow for more connections. Still, the surrounds of the Hotel Ritz were most enjoyable. Why are we staying at the Ritz when we're on limited funds? We're going to spend $5 just staying here. Click the clock to skip an hour if you're waiting for the market or bank to open. I guess. Oh, well, there we go. It's 7 a.m.'s coming up. Bonk. Oh, an extra suitcase for £10. Why is the clock ticking? Geometry equipment. Traveling cloak. Gentleman traveler set. Englishman's shaving kit. A bottle of wine. Ah, we've got more money coming in. Hell yeah. Yeah, we might be going to... I mean, let's just stock up, right? And wine. No, we're not measuring circles. No orbs getting ponded today. Hotel. We had another 5 days to wait for our transfer of funds. Just keep ourselves occupied. We don't want to get bored. With what remained of the day, I washed and hung our linen. I spent a few hours walking around. It's not very exciting, but it's functional. I washed and hung our linen to ensure everything was shipshape for our inevitable departure in 5 days. Check the market again. Why not? Something to do. Still just geometry equipment, eh? Nah. Wait a day. We had 4 days to wait for our money to arrive from London. I found a room to let the time go by. Yeah. Oh, wow, okay. Depression. The days passed quickly enough. We woke ready to be at the bank as soon as it opened its doors. Bum, 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 bum. Let us in. You've got 5 grand. It's ours now. Uh, 10 AM. That took 2 hours. We returned to the bank at opening time to collect our funds, and then we were ready to proceed once more. Off we go. Oh, clock's still ticking? No. Why would you... Let's... Arrives on Saturday? Yeah, let's just go. The Orient Express? Oh, hell yeah. I would think this departure could be altered. Englishman's wardrobe should yield results. Great. The ticket will require a further 250 quid? What? No charge tomorrow, no charge at 6 PM. What? 6 PM. Okay. That's just... Sure. Space for one... Oh, what? Okay, well this is why we waited for cash, right? Don't get murdered? Yeah, exactly, Andy Patch. We could do the murders. Consider this. 300 quid? Boarding the Orient Express was an altogether calmer affair than our race through London had been. Mechanical porters loaded us in through the windows, then snapped them shut with a delicate lick. Is the train beautiful, fast, or the first leg of a much longer journey? I mean, this one is factual. The mechanical porters loaded us in through the windows. Don't you normally get on a train through the windows? There's nothing wrong with that. Just fold you up like an envelope and pass you through the window. Fast because we're manifesting? I'm with it. The train was extremely fast and could sweep us across the whole of Europe, or at least as far as the Deutsche Kaiserreich, where the track currently is. 1 second. I am coughing this evening. The Deutsche Kaiserreich, where the track currently ceased. That long Sorry, a last long whistle blew, and we began our journey east. Mr. Fogg, I know we've been sat hanging out for the past week, but let's have... Oh, no, hello. Train driver, conductor. Greetings, monsieur. Can I help you at all, monsieur? I am the guard on this train. Ask Georges Mazar about Vienna. I am sure you know all about Vienna. They say all the musicians in Vienna are drafted into the military. That sucks. Pest, Prague, Venice, Zurich, or Dubrovnik. Can I... Is there a way to, like... Oh, that just... We just skipped the conversation. Oh, balls. Okay. Well, we skipped that conversation. I didn't actually want to do that. I wanted to just check place. Okay, sure. Damn. My master wished to be undisturbed. It's just like, hey, how you doing? Cool, I'm the guard on this train. Goodbye. Yeah, let's explore the train. I'm with you. My master wished to be undisturbed, so as we left Paris, I left him and went to explore the train. There was a delightful dining car and an observation deck formed by the replacement of an entire compartment with an open glass cube. Ooh. I stopped there watching the scenery flash past into the dining car. I would absolutely sit and just... I mean, dining car sounds good, but I'm happy to sit in a glass box and watch the scenery go past. And as I stood, a portly gentleman with a quivering, luxuriant moustache struggled by, carrying several trunks. Yeah, let's help out. I offered him my aid, and he introduced himself as after a shower of thanks. Henri de Blowitz. Blowitz? Blowitz. Foreign correspondent of the Times. Where is this name from, Henri? Are you working, monsieur? Or, let's introduce myself. I introduced myself in return. My name is Passepartout, and my master and I are going around the world. Then I wish you luck, he replied. He patted his breast pocket. The stories that you hear, it seems everywhere is on the brink of one revolution or another. Everywhere there is progress, but who will count the cost? It sounds ominous, I think. Frankly, looking at how things have changed since this was published, sounds ominous. I was a real journalist at the time. Nice. Are you Googling names, or do you just know this? Did you Google the name to, like, figure out where it's from and then catch a real person? Nice. That sounds most ominous, I told him. Does it? He replied with a beaming smile. Well, I'm a journalist. It's my duty to make omens, so it's my duty to make omens. Good day to you. And with that, he clapped me on the shoulder and headed off in the direction of the dining car. Yeah, let's go get dinner. I followed him and found a few groups of people, talking quietly. I sat with a young composer. It's Austrian? Nice. Disclaimer, no it isn't. Do not make omens. No, that's possibly, perhaps, maybe the misunderstanding of today's journalists. I have to make sensational stories. No, you could just report what's happening. No. Sensation. Let's hang out with a composer. I sat with a young composer heading to Vienna for a concert by the great Steam Orchestra. Is this? It's going to be like a pipe organ, like a. You write music for a Gavioli there, son. But he spoke of little but melody, harmony, and the progression of chords. Interesting music, but yeah, let's pursue the tunes. Had an interest in music, but not an understanding, so most of his words were lost on me. More interesting, however, were his remarks upon the political situation there. My uncle warned me not to play an instrument myself while within the city walls. It is, apparently, forbidden. What? Do they go so far as to forbid the banging together of spoons? Yeah, let's go with this. I asked, performing a quick demonstration. The young man looked pained and hurried away as quickly as he could. Ah, but everyone is a critic. Did we just bust out the old clackety-clack spoon solo? Hey, I've got a great idea for a tune. It goes like this. How's that? Do you want to put? You can put that in your bit, but you have to credit me and give me half of your composition, of the money you make from your composition. Can I have half the money? I returned to Monsieur Fogg, who, to my surprise, looked up from his paper at me. What did you learn? He inquired. Spoon man, come together with your hands, save me. I don't know that one. The observation car was interesting. Ugh, maybe we should explain that we're not going to be playing any tunes in Vienna. I told him of the observation car, but he showed no interest in its design or function. He was, however, interested in Dublovitz. Could he tell you much of the journey ahead? He asked. Every detail may be important to us. Find out what I could in future. Nodded, though I thought he overstated the case. No, I'll find out what I can. From Spoonman, which is about a Seattle busker called Spoonman. Great. Oh, it's Soundgarden. Ah. Yeah, we learn not to play the spoons in front of people. They do not like that. I told him I would find out what I could in future. Either way, there was no more to be done that night. Your character is now sharp. Ching. Right. No tunes in Vienna. We arrived at Vienna in the early hours of the morning. The customs officials insisted on searching our bags for, of all things, artificing tools. I asked Dublovitz. Yeah. I asked Dublovitz, who was lingering on the platform for an explanation. Ah, the interdiction, of course. He saw my look of bafflement and continued. Only imperial artificers may produce automata in Austro-Hungary. A strange state of affairs. But I was hardly an artificer. Ooh, did we... Just as well we didn't buy the, like, mathematical tools. Otherwise, you know, they'd probably accuse us. Googling Steam Orchestra just brings up Mannheim's Steamroller, which reaffirms your intuition that they are a poor man's Trans-Siberian Orchestra. Ah. Call the cops, he's got spoons. No, it's not music! Me dropping all my luggage down the stairs. Are you playing drum and bass up there? Is that dubstep? Are you making dubstep? No, I just walked into the kitchen a little drunk and clattered into the drawers. Please don't arrest me. Strange state of affairs, but I was hardly... Which troubled me. Yeah, this is troubling. Oh, glad we gave the artificer back her thing she dropped. Good point, yeah. Dodge that one. Can't escape drum and bass. I need jungle, I'm afraid. Someone get vengeant. The strange state of affairs, which troubled me. Invention should not be trampled by autocratic whim. Yeah, we need to get the government and the red tape and regulations out of this. People, like, business and the free market should not be impeded by your bureaucratic rules and restrictions. And so if you put me not in charge of the country, no, but it's ostensibly in charge of the country, then I'll let you make the submarine to the Titanic that's perfectly safe as far as the one time that we tested it, and don't worry about the cracks in the hull. And also, my car windscreens are very good, and they don't have the little black dots around the edge, which means that when the sun shines on them, they break. And also, the stainless steel panels, all 6 stainless steel panels on them can be disabled by a square of cheese. But that's terrorism to do that, or to point that out, so don't. I'll be in charge of government efficiency. Please like me, please be my friend. Please like and retweet my posts, they're very funny. Cry laugh emoji, cry laugh emoji. Invention should not be trampled by autocratic whim. It was therefore with some apprehension that I greeted Vienna, city of not music. Sounds like something a video game cheater would say. We will have to explore Vienna to find an onward journey. Going to... Venice. I had nearly forgotten my experience at the Paris exposition, but Vienna's streets reminded me full force. The Austro-Hungarian Empire's might is built upon its armies of mechanical men. Their pewter faces are homogeneously handsome. Happy Pride Month. Though some have fine horsehair moustaches attached to their upper lips and subtle variations in the flecks of their eyes. Oh yeah. As I watched, I was approached by a bookish fellow who hurried out from under the impressive eagle-arched portcullis of the Zughaus? From StarCraft? The Imperial Armory. You think them fantastical? He demanded, a curious turn to his voice which I will not be recreating. Terrifying, I replied. Automata built for war? It is worse than you could imagine, he replied. He stuck out his hand. Herr Danzer, apprentice engineer in the Imperial Kriegsorchester. We went to a cafe to talk. Oh, we do have wine? No, let's go to a cafe. Let's, start slow. We went to a cafe to talk, and once he started, he would not stop. Have you noticed? None of the mechanical soldiers carry weapons, he hissed. What did you make of that? I shrugged. Shook his hand and moved on, like, cool story, bro. Bye. They're strong, I suppose. I replied, disliking the turn of conversation. Inside each one, it's a real shame Lucy's not here. Inside each one is a Mozart Haydn device, perfectly tuned, Herr Danzer replied. The song the soldiers sing is one of devastation. A battalion in harmony can punch through a steel wall. What? He drew a gilded flute from his scabbard and laid it on the table, looking at it thoughtfully. You're a musician yourself. The flute is how you control them. The automata understand music. Yeah, what they do is that you play them the music, and then they play it back at you. It's not the same, but it sounds the same, but it's yours now because you asked the robot to make it like that. The automata understand music? I asked. No, he answered, uninterested in my line of thinking. They merely respond to musical pitch and tone. I cannot reproduce his entire explanation, for it rather stretched my German, but it seems the mechanical armies of Austro-Hungary are controlled by music. Would you be staying in the city tonight? He asked. I hope not. We must travel as fast as possible. Why do you ask? He's practiced his speech before. He's been thinking for weeks that he's going to drop this. The song the soldiers sing is one of devastation into a conversation, and people think he's good. Yeah, exactly. He came prepped. And then he handed me a mic and said, "Bro, you got any bars?" And I'm like, "I don't. Are you making that up right now? I don't have anything." He's like, "No, it's cool. I improv the music over here, and you just take this mic and you just freestyle rap on it." And I'm like, "Okay, that sounds really scary and difficult to do in the middle of New York City." And he's like, "No, it's cool. Don't worry, it'll be really cool." And it's actually a really fun stream to watch. Ari at home. I've been enjoying watching his streams. He glanced about before replying. The army is preparing itself. Events are on the move here. If you stayed, you would see for yourself. I don't really know that I want to see this. Not really sure I like the idea of hanging around and watching an army. And what of you? Would you ever leave Vienna? This feels like we're already in love with this man. I dream of it, he confessed. As a boy, I longed to join the Artificers Guild, but for someone born in this country, it is impossible. The Kaiser and the Guild are sworn enemies. The Guild, I reminded him, were politically neutral. I pitied his circumstances, or his self-pity disgusted me. Oh, yes, that's very sad. You sicken me. He's temptingly funny, but... Passepartout, calm down. No! You intrigued me with the golden flute, but no, your self-pity is vile. The Guild, I reminded him, were politically neutral. He shook his head. The Guild are forbidden within the Austro-Hungarian Empire. Our automata are not Guild-approved. They are our own. His mouth was a cold line. The Guild would not countenance building such monsters. Thanking him for the coffee, I strolled back along the avenues, watching the city pass by with new eyes. Under its gilded and manicured beauty lurked something sharper and more bloodthirsty. Vienna was at once the city of music and the city of war. Bum. But we didn't learn too much. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Let's go to Venice. Yo, what? No, let's go tomorrow before 1 PM. Let's not do that today. That's silly. Let's do that. We found a room in the newly opened Hotel Imperial in a suite built for Duke Philip of Württemberg's maidservant. The view along the Ringstrasse was impressive. With Monsieur Fogg settled, I hurried out to catch the steam orchestra performance I had learnt of on the train. Oh, well, let's go see the steam orchestra. Once there, I found my composer friend. Yeah, he doesn't sicken us. And joined him for the performance, after which he detailed many aspects of the piece which had entirely escaped my notice. Once finished, we have an early start. No, actually no, it's 1 PM. We don't have an early start. Let's go to the bar. Hoping to find someone else to talk to. After an hour or so, a group of men in fine dress came in and began making an unconscionable noise at the bar. I listened in on their banter, so we can then live tweet it. I could hardly help it, and learnt a most interesting thing. It seemed these men were local councillors who had been supervising a large movement of troops towards the train station destined for Belgrade, and then Istanbul. Tried to overhear more detail. Fogg's not interested in seeing anything for himself. No, he is really just a passenger on this trip. I tried to overhear more details, but could catch little conversation. Conversation quickly turns to mistresses and musicianship, and so I slipped away. Oh, that's a little more direct. Yeah, let's go to Belgrade. Uncomfortable conditions? Okay. Lose a little bit of health, again a little bit of health. We approached the train station with our bags as boldly as possible, secretively as we could. See, I think, actually have somewhere, because I saw it the other day, a copy of, I think it's Around the World in 80 Days that I have a copy of. But I fear that the actual original text is probably going to be, shall we say, a little bit more old-timey in some of its cultural attitudes. I fear. Let's be bold. Why not? We've got $8 in our pockets. You've read it a couple of times. It's all right, as you recall. Oh, okay. I could give it a look. As boldly as possible, intending to brazen out our presence by means of what my master referred to as his universal passport, by which he did not mean my good self. Right, okay. It was a mad plan, of course. We were stopped at the very first barrier by a guard wielding a gilded flute just like Herr Danzer's. Platform is closed, the officer reported. You are lost. We are here on instructions from the Kaiser. Ah, yeah, go on, let's just power through it. And we're on the train, apparently. We are here on instructions from the Kaiser, I lied stridently. You are to let us board the train. The soldier looked surprised. There are no passengers aboard the train. Nothing but freight. Oh, sorry, my guy. Peace. No, I think we know all about your freight. Yeah. The soldier hesitated. Travelling with the soldiers, it is not safe. We are going around the world. We'll take our chances. We just nobody sing. No one sing near the soldiers. The soldier shook his head. I cannot take the risk that you gentlemen are spies, he said. He was, I think, a good man underneath that terrible uniform. So please, people are watching. And in a louder voice he declared, What are you doing here? How fares your secret mission for the Ottoman Sultan? Let's give that one a try, you know, swing for the fences. Maybe this is activation phrase. Ooh, we're taking a beating. How fares your secret mission for the Ottoman Sultan? I asked vindictively. Do you have any information to pass on to the Sublime Porte? The man paled as a group of mechanical soldiers on the platform froze and turned towards him. They began to approach, their enamel expressions still and merciless. Stood our ground? Like, do we die here? Are we about to get gunned down by Ed 209 in RoboCop? We stood our ground until the last moment, when one dropped open its jaw and began to scream. Oh, that scream, like nothing else I've ever heard before or since, so musical, so divine, so heavenly. I covered my ears. And all but dragged Monsieur Fogg from the scene. Outside the station, we were both breathless. Another way, I think, Monsieur Fogg stated after he recovered his breath. Yes, I think that will be more fitting. So, where are we, then? Well, so we just... Huh. Maybe we can travel faster as ghosts. Maybe. Okay, well that sucks. How did that go so badly? We watched more and more troops piling onto the trains to Belgrade. There was no use in it. We would have to find another way forward. Journey's proved more tired than I expected. You've done nothing. Right, so we can't actually go that way. Started to go badly when I bait the soldiers, badly when he smart-mouthed the soldiers. Well, They... Yeah, but... No. Shush. Alright, let's go to Varsav. Tomorrow at 12 noon. That's where I want to go. Go there. Yeah, you heard me. Ah, we got some health back. We spent another night at our hotel, at the Hotel Imperial, but this time we were subdued and kept ourselves out of trouble. I do hope, my master remarked as I fluffed his pillows, that we will leave Vienna eventually. He only agreed, yeah, we tried. I had not taken a liking to the city. No, it doesn't sound good. Let's board the gallant rider. Choo-choo. It was not the Orient Express that took us northeast from Vienna towards Warsaw. That train travelled to exotic locations. We were destined for the gloomy cold of the north, into the paws of the bear of Russia. Aboard the train, we stayed to ourselves. I found a conversation with the Russian... Oh, let's talk to people. Oh, was, as he told me at great length. Oh, so who, as he told me at great length, was making the long journey back to Vladivostok via Moscow and the Trans-Siberian Express. We should probably know some things about trains. After the kerfuffle we just got in, I asked him about the Trans-Siberian, and his ruddy face lit up. Now, there is a train, he enthused, warming to the subject. It is capable of lifting off and levitating at higher speeds. The Tsar keeps it slow on purpose because he does not quite trust it. The train juddered. I asked him about Moscow. I asked him, and he shrugged. A nice enough city to pass through, he said, but not one to stay in. Too easy to offend the Tsar and his loyalists there. He bid me farewell, and I returned to my compartment. Oh, hell yeah, look at all of that progress that we're going to make. Let's fix up... Mr. Fogg has a health bar. We don't. The train itself was comfortable enough and fast. We arrived in Warsaw before nightfall. The evening jacket could earn us well here. What? Oh, okay. But also accordion? A Cyril Demian bass accordion suitable for playing irreverent melodies. I mean, I kind of want to get an accordion and a fur coat and an extra suitcase. Although, once we get up to like 3... We are an NPC. Yeah, we absolutely are, though. Worth 2,300 in Berlin? Why didn't I look at that before? Wait, where's... Hang on. I want to do this, because I feel like the fur coat... Russian gentleman's wardrobe set. Okay. I think... we do that. Concertina, not an accordion. I think you're probably right. I think this is a reckless use of our copious funds. Not to play... Okay, Mr. Fogg. Right you are. Going to play it. Like... I guess we're going to Stockholm and Helsinki. Just straight on. Departs of Stockholm. I mean, can we just like... Yeah, I think we just want to... So the one going there departs at 8 AM. And that's 11 AM. Okay, well then I guess 11 AM it is. Fiscal recklessness? I mean, it's not my money to spend, it's Fog's. We walked the streets of Warsaw, feeling the air of a different continent all around. In less than 2 generations, the Tsars had made this little outpost all their own. But there were signs of dissent on every corner. Yes. For every building project in the city, there were glued pamphlets declaring the Russians to be dogs, fiends, and Philistines. Oh. Yeah, let's... We turned quickly back, fearing we might stumble into an actual riot. Our fears were probably unfounded, however. For all the printed material, we saw no disturbances. It seems all the revolutionary types have been... Probably this one. It seems all the revolutionary types have been rounded up and shot. In fact, our hostelier told us later that the pamphlets themselves are produced by machines buried by the rebels during the Troubles. No one has yet found them to switch them off. Uh-huh. Let's... 18 health? Oof, we can take that. Just enough suitcases. Oh, hell yeah. I knew the fur coat from the Russian gentleman's wardrobe set would be good. Horsey, horsey, don't you stop. We were carried in a carriage to Gdansk in an efficient little steam car, and then boarded the Baltic Express, a luxurious ship that rivaled the Orient Express itself for quality. That looks like it just says hats. Oh, let's chat. Greetings, monsieur. Yes. Helsinki, St. Petersburg. One can also travel this way to St. Petersburg, I understand. On the subject of boats, I've heard there is a irregular service by boat from Tehran to Baku. We want to get to... we want to get to Moscow, really. If we might. Is it possible to travel from St. Petersburg to Moscow? Yes, there is a irregular train service from St. Petersburg to Moscow, but the journey is a tiring one. Good-o. About all I needed, really. Actually, could you tell me about Moscow? So, some buyers will pay well for pocket altimeters from Moscow. Also that route. Sick. I enjoyed myself. I am a scenery watcher rather than a passenger talker. Watching the scenery go by and relaxing. Even a valet must take time off. By nightfall we were rounding the point into Stockholm harbour. The lights were lit and the streets filled with an icy fog. A cousin of yours? My own fog? Oh yeah, hell yeah. No, we're carrying on through. My own fog stayed in his cabin and spent a quiet, peaceful night. Why is his health going down? Let's go... Oh, let's not talk to people. The ferry left Stockholm's terminal and cut out into the Baltic Sea for the short crossing to Helsinki. I feasted on herring and small battered fish. Yeah. I wouldn't. Passepartout, mate. I feasted on herring and small battered fish like a seagull while Monsieur Fogg studied a Russian newspaper he found in the crew quarters. I do not think you could understand a word of it, but the pictures appeared to entertain. It was a copy of the Beano. We docked at Helsinki in the early evening and disembarked. Some of our possessions could be sold handsomely here. Great. Like Buffalo Hide, won't you come out tonight? What do you want me to sell? You liar. Whoa. Okay. Or, hear me out, chat. We sell the hell out of this accordion. Oh, Kalevala. I've been meaning to get a copy of this. I'm going to buy it in a video game for... Oh, crap, that was a lot of money for a book. Whoops. Where... Wait. St. Petersburg and Odessa. Are we going... We do want to go to St. Petersburg, don't we? I think we want to try and go to St. Petersburg. American train timetable. That's probably useful. Ushanka. I hardly knew... Oh, let's just sell that. And just complete that set. Yeah, let's go. No, done. Yeah. Our complete Russian costume should protect us against the cold and help us negotiate times of Russian journeys. Do you get better train times if you wear a fur coat and a hat? Have I been doing this wrong the whole time? Kalevala's free on Gutenberg? Ooh, but what's the translation like? Oh, I know clock's ticking. Damn it. I want to sell this, I guess, in Tsaritsyn and St. Petersburg and Odessa. Oh, we want to go to St. Petersburg then. In 2 days? Sure. Because we've got a thing we can sell there for money. Tomorrow 9 AM. Right. That's dandy. In the lobby of our little hotel, there were 15 different varieties of vodka flavoured with various herbs and berries. I would go for the strawberry, not the licorice. And found it enjoyable, if not revelatory. After that... Bilberry, oh yeah. I moved on to the bilberry, and that quite took my fancy. I awoke, as they say, somewhere else, and staggered back to Monsieur Fogg in time for his morning ablutions, but with a splitting headache and another unopened bottle under one arm. Let's go. St. Petersburg. Wait, we have 4 suitcases? Oh, Passepartout, you goon. Okay. No. Go. Down. There. There was a regular train. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, go to St. Petersburg. Have I missed the train? Is that what you're telling me here? Game. What? Yeah, I would. Why? Oh yeah, I could have done that. Oh well, doesn't matter. I don't know what happens now, but I can't even plan for another time. I paid so much money for that. Also outside the visa office in Helsinki by a stony-faced official with white blonde hair beside me in the shoulder. Yes? What? He began slowly. The hell? He continued. Are you doing in Helsinki? On our way to St. Petersburg. And why? He continued, no happier. The damn, he cursed, are you going to St. Petersburg? You're going around the world. My answer seemed to give him pause. He stopped and pursed his lips. All the way around it. He inscribed a circle in the air. That's the idea. Which way? Whichever way is fastest. Yeah, can we just go north? Finland's friendliest man. Yeah. He nodded deeply again. In that case, do not go into Russia, he said after much computation. We're considering the Great Railway through Siberia. Yes, it's straight, so it's got to be fast, right? Russia is a place of desirous bootlickers and imperial lackeys, he nodded once. On your journey, if you see any Russians, he added, turn the other way. Yeah, okay. You haven't gone too far reading the Gutenberg Kalevala. If you remember correctly, it does lose a lot, but you don't know how good a translation of poems can be. Yeah, basically, I think there was a... Oh, Joey's having a move. There is a copy that I've had on a wish list for a while. It's I think it's like a Penguin translation. So, because it would be a recent translation, it's not one I'd be able to like read on stream. I'm gonna find it so I can link it. What was it? It's on bookshop.org. Wish list. I think that's, yeah. Translated with an introduction by Eino Freiberg. Yeah. That's the version, if I were to pick it up, that I would probably go for. Also, because, like, reading stuff on Gutenberg, I don't particularly like reading just, like, a block of text on a screen. I like it nicely formatted, like a book. Consider it. And he nodded. We thanked him for his time and moved on. I believe he was, in fact, a jovial soul, but I did not see any clear evidence of it. Right. Well, I'm pretty sure we can dodge every Russian on the way. Tomorrow at 9 AM. Fine. We've got 2 hours, let's go to the bank. Making a bound upon the bank, I regarded the bank as we entered. It was a place of stone and shimmering marble floors with beautiful windows, fountains, and plants. You want to make a withdrawal? The manager asked. You may have to wait a day or two. No, we're not going to hang around. Can't be that many Russians in Russia. No, probably not. Thankfully, our situation is not desperate, my master declared. Onwards! Okay, 9 AM. As night fell, I spent a few hours walking around, and succeeded only in having my pocket picked to the tune of £28. Why was I carrying our money? Right, let's go We boarded the ferry for the journey to St. Petersburg. Greetings, madame. Yes? I've been told there is a irregular train service from St. Petersburg to Moscow, but the journey is a tiring one. Speaking of trains, I understand Omsk is connected to Vladivostok by rail, but the fare is over £2,000. Oh. Won't be doing that. Moscow to Irkutsk. I hear you can reach Irkutsk from Moscow. I have nothing to say. Okay. Can you travel from Irkutsk to Pangsau Pass? Did you realize there is neither hotel, bank, nor market in Pangsau Pass? No, I don't. Not. Irkutsk to Kabul? Maybe, but you can obtain hand-woven rugs in Kabul that will sell for a fortune in Chittagong. Good talk. The journey along the Baltic was plagued by ice-fingered winds, as though Russia wished to warn us in advance of the coldness of our welcome. But the people were warm enough, yeah, you can just say that. And there was quickly impromptu music in the ballroom below decks, where I was singing. But to my master's endless displeasure. Nice. After several hours I noticed Monsieur Fogg had taken his leave, and stayed out without remorse. And yeah. No, we're having a good time. Oh, okay. We've actually upset Fogg. They stayed out without remorse, carousing until the ferry finally docks. Can't stand us having fun. Wow. Right. We wish to sell that. Ooh. We could get cold climate set. Yeah, let's just set ourselves up for cold. Do we want a sou'wester? Maybe. It's 28 quid. That's fine for now. And no, Fogg is not here for a good time. Or a particularly long time. Can we just woof it to Vladivostok? Moscow arrives on Sunday. Alright. We'll leave at 2 PM. Mr. Boiled Beef can't stand any silliness. No, it's tragic, really. Nevsky Prospect, immortalized by Dostoevsky and Gogol, would have been unrecognizable in those venerable writers. Imperial soldiers filled the streets in Galician Kudunki, enormous black iron hydraulic walkers. They were battling rioting peasants. We stayed boldly, and yeah, I'm not sure we can really swing this one way or another. And saw little more than the occasional flying fragment of stone bashed out of some wall somewhere. I may have to end soon. I'm getting tired. Right. Let's go to here. What? Oh, 10 quid? Okay. Ah, the cold can't get us. We brought furs. The line from St. Petersburg to Moscow was affectionately known as the Tsar's Finger and ran perfectly straight, apart from a bend near the city of Novgorod. The story went that the route was drawn by the Tsar. Told is not worth repeating. Yeah, doesn't matter. Silly. The story told is not worth repeating, and despite being forced to hear it from a guard myself, I will not now inflict it on my readers. But we will chat to this person. Greetings, Monsieur Pamphilov. I'm travelling on business of the highest order. Where? Moscow to Vladivostok? I've discovered you can reach Vladivostok from Moscow. On the subject of trains, I've heard Herat can be reached from Tehran aboard the Kamitaj. Nice. Vladivostok to Yokohama? Absolutely. Vladivostok is linked to Yokohama by Korean trader, but it's slow going. Right. Yokohama to Honolulu? You'd have to ask my secretary, but you can pick up revolvers in Honolulu. Extremely valuable in New Orleans. Oh, great. Let's buy a gun. If we are going through America, right, it's just silly not to. The train was comfortable enough. I spent my first day aboard watching the scenery go by. It's what we do. There's a little bit, a little bit of arms dealing as a treat. It's the American way. The train was comfortable enough. I spent my first day aboard watching the scenery go by and relaxing. Even a valet must take time off. We settled down for the night. Let's just get there. The train was stopped twice before reaching Moscow. The first time it was searched... excuse me. The first time it was searched for artificers' equipment, just as we had been on coming into Vienna. And the second time they searched for weaponry. Oh. It seems the Russian police like to police. And here we were, only a few days into our long trek across the continent. 20 days. A quarter of the way. Unfortunately, one of the other passengers decided to put up a fight, insisting they would not open their suitcase. A standoff commenced. I avoided Monsieur Fogg's eye. I got to my feet. Now, let's go. I got to my feet, knowing Monsieur Fogg's wish would be for a speedy resolution, no matter the cost. I approached the man. I planted a gun on him. I approached the soldiers, they're the authority, and killed them. Hey, chat. I'm just gonna be disappeared. I will never be seen again. Do you like getting shot? I don't even know that they'll waste a bullet on me. I think I will just simply cease to be. I told them to step back. This man is under my protection, I declared. They stared at me and the nearest one laughed. Perhaps you would like to spend some time in our jail cell as well, he asked. No? This is Democracy Manifest. What is the charge? I mean, I know where this goes, broadly, like, in the Jackie Chan version, he knew his judo well. Yeah, maybe that's the version we've got. Let's find out. You cannot arrest me. We most certainly can. The guard was only moderately threatening. He had clearly decided any further menace would be unnecessary. The man with the suitcase shivered. You have no idea what you're doing, he said to me. I tell you, she'll kill me if she knows where I am. Who will? Demanded the soldier, leaning forward. What? If you find yourself in a hole, stop digging. Not true. Australia is down there somewhere. The head of Swedish intelligence. I swiftly replied, Maria Malia. She is the most terrifying woman in all Northern Europe. I have never heard of her, the guard replied. Let's go. But of course not, I exclaimed. He nodded, accepting that. Then he patted the man on the shoulder. You must report to the police as soon as you disembark. We will be watching. The man nodded, and the guards moved away. With them out of earshot, he turned to me. Who are you? He hissed. Are you crazy? She'll kill you too. Ooh. Your troubles are your own. Peace. Do you want some vodka? Who? I demanded. Madame Volkova, he replied, and she would kill everyone on this train for what I am carrying here. Okay. What are you carrying? I demanded. Plans, he said. Inventions by the great Sinan Yahudi. He sighed. He has disappeared. I am sure the Russians have him. I intend to bargain for his release. I have to. You walk into the Lion's Den, monsieur, holding a beefsteak. And not even a good one, a boiled one. He smiled thinly. What choice do I have? Sinan is a very good friend. Historians. They were just good friends. Sighing, he sat himself down, case on his lap. The train rolled on and we disembarked. I did not see the man with the case again. They were buried together, probably because of their close friendship. Several of our possessions could be handsomely sold handsomely here. Could they now? What? Are you lying? We did want to come to St. Petersburg to sell something, didn't we? We're in Moscow though, aren't we? Yeah, not some... We were, yeah. Can you give me a clue on market things? Yes, please do. The items highlighted in yellow text are the ones that sell high here. Oh, grief. Right, okay. Well, I'm going to keep £210 gloves. Let's get rid of that. We don't have it. Yeah, there's it. Air traveler? We might do some air travel. And I feel like, I don't know, pocket altimeter set might be pretty good. Fog did say bring it. Jack passenger, good. No, I think we're good market-wise. But I feel like I might stop there. Because I mean, I can tell that I'm yawning. You can sure hear that I'm yawning. I am quite tired. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop there. If that's all right. And yeah, sorry. Frankly, this wasn't the stream that you expected, and it's not the stream I expected either. I will try and look into Roadwarden to see if I can figure out why it was flickering. It was a nice vibe. All good. I'm glad. Yeah. If nothing else, that is what we try to provide here. And you know, you got let's enlarge this again so you can see Joey. Joey. I'll stick my hand in and stroke him in a second. Yeah, you know, no worries, chat. Say, it's not what I expected. I have stuff that I had planned to read, and I will do that on my next stream. But my next stream will not be this Saturday. Lucy is planning to read this Saturday, assuming she's not too tired, which may also happen. So you know, prepare yourselves for that, because she's been very busy in a way. Unexpected fun game is perfectly fine. Yeah, it's a good game. Like it's yeah. It's... I mean, it's 10 quid on Steam at the moment. I think it probably goes on sale, I would imagine, fairly regularly. Inkle are a good studio. I recommend keeping an eye on their stuff. They make cool things like this. Let me say, this is like, what, 10 years old? Yeah, it's old enough to drink. And they've been making more stuff since, and, you know, they've been building on developing what they do. So, yeah, keep an eye on Inkle. They're a good studio that make cool things. And yeah, keep an eye on this channel. And also twitch.tv/longestjohnsgaming, where, in theory, I should be doing some driving games. He's said, was it Trucking Thursday or whatever the hell. Tomorrow, doing some driving games with Dave. I don't know what ones, because I haven't installed anything for that yet, so we'll figure that out and see how my internet goes with downloading those quickly. Should be fine. BRB giving a 10-year-old a beer. Good, yeah. That'll put them off it for life. Give Joe a snuggle view. Okay, I'll do that now. Absolutely. Just sleeping. Me and Dave driving. Yeah, I'm not... He says he's got a wheel, which I can't compete with that. I've just got a controller. But yeah, that'll be happening tomorrow there, and then on Saturday, in theory, Lucy should be here to read some more of the Barchester Towers, the Anthony Trollope story that she's reading. So yeah, keep an eye out on things for those. But otherwise, I'm going to go. So, thank you all for being here for this. I hope it has been fun and enjoyable and a good vibe. And we will see you on the next one. Goodbye and good night.